Spoiler warning. This video is full of spoilers for From Season 4, Episode 4. If you haven't watched it yet, go watch it first and then come back. You have been warned. Hey everyone, welcome back. Episode 4 is out, and honestly, I am starting to wonder how the showrunners are going to wrap all of this up. They are expanding each character with their own separate story now. Think about it. Ethan has his own quest to find the Lake of Tears. Julie is a storywalker trying to understand her power. The man in yellow is walking around as Sophia. And now they found a creepy lake full of dolls and other disturbing stuff. Meanwhile, Boyd has his own universe. First, a hand comes out of a grave and grabs him, and then he finds a ring that he locked in his house. When he goes home to check if it's the same ring, it's gone. And Fatima is going in another direction, creating her own golem out of dirt. Every theory you are running in your mind, this show goes against it. So before we go deep, spoiler alert, again. I think the show is just going up day by day. Instead of finishing things, they keep giving new directions. Let's break down what happened. Julie's bookmarking experiment. First, let's talk about Julie's bookmarking during her story walk. Honestly, I did not properly understand what this means. Maybe in a future episode, we will get some answers. But one interesting thing in this scene is that Julie meets the man in yellow for the first time, from his perspective. He was doing his breakfast, if you know what I mean. And when he sees Julie, he rushes toward her. He does not know who she is. Remember in the Season 3 finale, he knew exactly who Julie was. He even said, "When did you come from this time?" But here, in this past moment, he just feels like Julie is another piece on his breakfast menu. And interestingly, Julie's bookmark method did not work either. The paper came back blank, so she is not able to leave a mark in the past. Yet. The man in yellow, a predator who enjoys pain. Now let's talk about the man in yellow. He is not just a monster. He is an entity who feeds on people's pain. He is a manipulator. He makes people fight each other. He is literally enjoying this whole thing. It feels like he is a predator playing with his hunt, making them suffer before he finally eats them. He enjoys the chase. He enjoys the fear. We also saw this in Episode 3, when Sophia, his disguise, met Julie and said, "People are talking. The town is cursed ever since Jim's family arrived." That was a smart trick. Sophia knew Julie would react. She knew that once she started that narrative, it would spread through the town. And because everyone saw the message on the barn wall, knowledge comes at a cost, people started believing that the Matthews family brought the curse. That is how the man in yellow works. He plants an idea, and then the town tears itself apart. But Jim's family never stops. They want to find a way out. Every time they think they are close, they get pushed 2 steps back. I honestly do not know how the showrunners are going to end this, because they are introducing new things with each episode. That does not feel like answers, it feels like more questions. For example, Jim is dead. We know that. But then why did Ethan meet him in the woods? How is that possible? I think that is a puppet of the man in yellow. We have seen that the man in yellow collects things from the people he kills, like the priest's teeth. Maybe he took something from Jim and now he is using it to create a puppet, or a golem, or some kind of magical copy. He is controlling that version of Jim to manipulate Ethan. Boyd is confused, and so are we. Boyd is also confused, and honestly, we're at the same stage as him. In these 4 episodes, we have seen way too many flashes of Abby, Boyd's wife. I would not be surprised if they show her alive somehow. And that ring scene? I do not know what that was about. Boyd finds a ring that looks exactly like the one he locked in his house. But when he goes home to check, the ring is gone. So what was that? A hallucination? A trick by the town? I think their minds are just messed up at this point. They are imagining things, and behind all of this is the man in yellow, because he wants them to be afraid. He wants them to do stupid, desperate things so he can feed on all of it. The ending. Not an answer, another question. Now about the ending of Episode 4. When I first watched it, I thought, finally, this is going to answer all our questions from 3 seasons. But after watching the trailer for Episode 5, it is clear that it is also just another question. That is the pattern of this show. They give you a little bit, but then they pull the rug out from under you. And after watching 4 seasons, I bet you this show goes to 5 or 6 seasons, maybe even more. They are not in a hurry to finish. Other characters and their roles in Episode 4. Let's quickly talk about where each character is in this episode. Ethan. He is on a mission. His dead father told him to find the Lake of Tears, and he is taking it seriously. He convinces Tabitha to go with him and Donna's group. He is becoming more confident, but he is also a kid walking into dangerous places. That is scary. Tabitha. She is still grieving Jim, but she is trying to hold her family together. She decides to trust Ethan's quest, even though it sounds like a child's story. That shows how desperate she is. Jade. He eats hallucinogenic mushrooms from the forest to try to unlock past life memories. That is a huge risk. We do not see the full result yet, but the episode implies he will discover something big. Victor. He finally remembers how the man in yellow arrived. He came in a car, like a normal person. The townspeople welcomed him. And then, during the massacre, Victor found him eating his own mother. That is why Victor is so broken. He has known this monster since he was a child. Fatima. She is getting more strange. She has Elgin collect piles of dirt, and she is shaping the dirt into a humanoid figure, a golem. She believes it will protect her. This is a new direction for her character, and I am not sure where it is going. Donna and Ellis. They go with Tabitha and Ethan to the lake. They pull a net from the water and find dozens of scarecrow-like dolls shaped like screaming human figures. The lake is not a way out. It is a mass grave and a trap. Henry. He is helping Victor remember. He is the one who finds the hidden drawings. He is also the one who confirms that Miranda painted the man in yellow years ago. So Henry is becoming more important to the lore. Randall. He is helping Julie with her story-walking experiments. He acts as her anchor. He is rough, but loyal. Sarah. She is still suffering. And now we know that the voices she hears are actually the man in yellow. He has been controlling her since the beginning. That is a huge reveal. Where is this episode going? Theories. So where is episode 4 taking us? Here are a few simple thoughts. First, the show is not giving us answers. It is giving us more pieces of a puzzle that keeps getting bigger. That is frustrating, but it is also why we keep watching. Second, the man in yellow is not just a monster. He is the source of almost everything bad. The voices Sarah hears, the radio message, the massacre, the manipulation. He is the main villain, and he is enjoying every second of it. Third, the Lake of Tears is not a savior. It is a trap. That changes everything. The one hope that Ethan had, that his father's ghost gave him, might actually be a lie planted by the man in yellow. Or maybe the lake still has a secret, but the show is not ready to show us yet. Fourth, Julie's storywalking is still not working properly. She cannot change the past. She cannot even leave a bookmark. But she is learning, and the fact that the man in yellow did not recognize her in the past means that she might eventually figure out a way to surprise him. Finally, I think the show is setting up a big collision. Everyone is going in different directions. Ethan to the lake, Julie to the past, Boyd to the grave, Fatima to her golem, Jade to his mushroom trip. At some point, all of these paths will crash into each other, and that is probably when we will get real answers. Episode 4 was dense. A lot happened, but nothing got finished. That is the From way. I am not mad about it. I am just along for the ride. But I do hope that by the end of this season, we get at least one solid answer. Like, who is the man in yellow really? Or what is the Lake of Tears? Or why does the town exist? Until then, I will keep watching and making these breakdowns. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Let me know in the comments, are you frustrated with the show or do you love the mystery? I will see you in the next video. Peace.